Good morning, Facebook family and friends. Happy Sunday. Wisdom Walk number 57, the process. I know I haven't done a wisdom walk in a while. It's been actually, I think it's been probably about a month or two. There are 56 of these for you to watch over and over. The process works very simple. If you want to make a change and decided to make a change in your life, you have to go through that process of watching those over and over and over. It's a process. So I wanted to take this morning to kind of go through that process and talk about the process, and maybe that'll help everyone get to. Looks like I may not fully get full internet connection, but I'm going to try. It's not, I'm coming to you from Cozumel in Mexico, so I'm not sure if I can get the full signal here. So I'll kind of, maybe I won't be walking too far, but I'm close to the beach, close to the house, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, so the process. So how the process works is very simple. We have to set up, but first of all, before I go into the process, let's talk about you first, because the deciding factor and the deciding situation on if you want to make a change in your life, this is not one of those things where I'm getting on social media and telling you your life's about to change, everything's going to work out for you, just do this and everything will be perfect. A lot of people do that. A lot of people come with the price right after that, and we can teach you all of that for $49.95, $4,995, that is. So this is not that scenario. This is a lifestyle that we've decided with Envy. It's a way of you making decisions in your life of what you want to do, but you have to make that decision, because without that decision, nothing's going to happen. So everything I've done almost, it's been 9 months now. 9 months, actually it's kind of interesting, 9 months, same time it takes to be born into this world. So if you have spent the last 9 months, or if you haven't, or you're watching this for the first time, there's 9 months worth of content that you can get and you can use to get yourself to wherever you want to in life. But that has to be your decision. No one can make that decision for you. You have to make that decision yourself, and you have to follow the teachings and follow the process. And if you follow the process, life can probably change for you more than you can expect. So how do we go about doing that? Our company is very simple. It's actually not really a company, it's a social club. Our club that we do business with is very simple. Is Envy Solutions. Envy Social. So envysocial.group, envysocial.group is our website. You can go to the website, and when you get to that website, there are 3 different sections. In those 3 sections, first section is called mindset training, this is part of that right now. So you have mindset training. There are 57 videos and something called Wisdom Walk. And these wisdom walks are different things for you to help yourself, put yourself in a different mindset and different position in life. I will highly recommend you do that. There's also a club that you can join called The Good Life. That is a lifelong commitment. And just like everything in life, you have to make a decision that you want to do that for life or you don't. You have to exercise, you have to breathe, you have to eat right. And guess what? One of the things you also have to do, you also have to have your mindset right, because if you don't, you'll put yourself in a position where you may not have the success that you want. I'm not trying to say this to impress you. I'm trying to say to impress upon you your scenarios in life. Here I am in Cozumel right now, in Mexico, a beautiful home that we rented. Have a nice chef. Brought a couple friends with us to enjoy it. And I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm just saying that because I can do that if I want to. I don't have to worry about going to work tomorrow. I love my friends, I love my family that's here with us, but they had to get time off work. They had to put themselves in a position. One of them's a great guy, a business owner. He has to, make sure his business is running properly. One of my wisdom walks I talked about, if you own a business, do you own the business or the business owns you? That's a question that you need to ask yourself as you get there. A couple of our friends had to go back to work. Again, 2 of them are nurses. They have to do what they need to do. And again, there's nothing wrong with having a job or working. But from what I saw today, or what I saw the last few days, they were pretty much enjoying themselves. And they were enjoying the fact of being here, and they were very, very excited about being here. So the question is, what if you could live your life this way all the time? Not saying that having a job is a problem. but you have choices. So, for example, if the two young ladies that's with us right now loves nursing, this is what they want to do. Well, go volunteer your time. Don't put yourself in a position where you have to do it for a living. Volunteer your time. If you love nursing that much, volunteer your time and able to do this wherever you want to. In fact, what a great scenario would it be for both of them to come here to this country, which, is not like the United States, and maybe go to the hospital here and say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend 2 weeks here because of COVID, because of whatever, and I'm going to volunteer my time. Okay, I lost the signal a little bit, to help the locals and stay here at this house for 2 weeks. Or I'm going to do it for a month. Or I'm going to do it for 2 months. See, the things that we teach allows you the opportunity to make the decisions you want to make to live your life your way. I can't tell you how to live your life. All I can do, my job, I knew this will be a little bit spotty. Let me try to get a little closer to the house. My job here is simple. I owe you 2 things. I owe you an opportunity and proof that it works. So, and with that, you get to make the decision of whatever you want to do in life, whatever you want to get accomplished. But I'm going to show you a way. All I'm doing is giving you choices. I'm giving you choices for you to decide what you want to do in your life, how you want to live your life. If you want to go volunteer, volunteer. If you want to keep your business, but you don't. Okay, I'm back, and I think I lost most of you guys. Okay, yeah, Liz, I'm trying to get it back. Hopefully I'll get you guys back now. Okay, I'm building an audience again. Okay, hopefully there's not too much of a delay for you guys. Anyway, where was I? I was at the point where you get to make a decision and you get to decide where you want to be and the decisions you want to make in your life. Doesn't mean what's good for me is good for you. Doesn't mean what's good for the next person is good for the next person. You have to tailor make your situation as much as you can to put yourself in a position you want to be in. So how do we go by and do this? Hopefully I get you guys back. Yes, I'm back, Liz. Okay, so let me try to do it from this video over here. Maybe I can get you guys better this way. I think this is where the router is. So let me try this. Yeah, let's try this. Okay. So you get to make that decision of what you want to do or where you want to take your life based on the teachings that we're showing you to put yourself in that better position. So all I'm doing is giving you choices. This is about giving you choices. So what is the process? How does the process work? So the process works very, very simple. I was mentioning you go to envysocial.group. There are 3 sections. Section number 1 is mindset training, good life. Section number 2 are 3 income opportunities. If you need some extra cash, you can put in the work and do those things and make some extra income. Number 3 is our investment opportunities. This is where you get into cryptocurrency, into Amazon stores, Walmart stores, different processes, mortgage notes, different things, and we have it all laid. Okay, I'm going all around the house here trying to get it, so let's see if I can get you guys. Maybe it will work here, hold on. Okay, here we are, we're back. So you go through those processes, and you have those different processes that you use, so you go through all 3 of them. Now the process is to dedicate yourself or put yourself in a position to continually go through the system, go through the process. And the process is, we have a few things. Once you get to your wisdom walks and your good life, you do that every single day. This is a daily ritual. This is something you do every single day. It will open up your mindset. It will open up the way you think. It will open up parts about yourself that you may not even know. And that's the key. Okay, so the wisdom walks, the good life every morning. You're going to start with a 5 or 10 minute video, which is going to set your day for success. It's going to set your mindset where you need to be, and that is the process you're going to start. Okay, now if you're doing income opportunities, that's a way for you to add additional income. And then the third way is, now we're getting to our investments. With our investments, we have a couple of rules. Number 1, don't invest what you can't afford to lose. Every time you make a profit, you pull 1/3 for reinvesting. Compounding, most people may not understand how big compounding is. I'll give you a small example. 1 penny doubled every day for 30 days is $5.8 million. Most people don't know that math because compounding is unreal. So you compound a third of your profits every single day to put yourself in the next direction. You also pull 1/3 for taxes and fun, which that's what we're doing right now. So we're out in Cozumel having some fun. And then you do 1/3 to pay off debt. Now, these are things they don't teach in school, but you do need to become debt free. It may take you 6 months, it may take you a year, it may take you 6 years. It doesn't really matter. But what is the alternative? And I talk about some of this in the wisdom walks before. How long does it take you to retire? There are people that work for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and they still don't put themselves in a position because they don't teach these things in school. So put yourself in that position to do that, okay? Once you go through that process, you continually withdraw your profits every single day. And you go through the process while you're doing your wisdom walks, while you're doing your good life, and you put yourself in that position to win. All we're gonna do is put ourselves in a position to win. Now, some of the things that you're gonna do, you're not gonna understand, and that's life. Think about it, and I talk about this in wisdom walks. When you first started crawling as a baby, you didn't understand what it was like to walk. You stood up, you started walking, you fell down, you hurt yourself. I mean, I go through all this stuff in Wisdom Walk, so you'll have all this information. Same thing with cryptocurrency, same thing with mortgage notes, same thing with Amazon stores, same thing with Walmart stores. All these things you may not know right now, and it's okay if you don't know them. We'll walk you through the process and you will learn as you go. We continually learn as we go in everything we do. We just started buying these tokens that 3 of them are brand new. A lot of people don't know about them yet. I don't know about them yet, but I'm learning as I go. Here's the problem. This is probably the most important part of this wisdom walk. You have a process that you need to follow. You may not think the process is going the way you want it to go. You may not think it's happening the way it needs to happen, but everything has a process. And if you decide to pull something out of that process, and you said, well, I don't think this portion is working, and you don't have faith that it will work, that's where you're gonna stunt your growth. If as a child, and I would go over this heavily in one of the wisdom walks about a baby. As a baby, you see something, that little shiny object, and you're going towards that shiny object because you want to find out what it is. That's why we crawl. We crawl because we see something, unless it could be your mom, it could be your dad, something got your interest, and you're moving towards that interest to find it. However, the route there could be very difficult. You're crawling, something's in your way, you don't know how to get around it because you don't understand as a baby, so you try to get around. When you start walking, you get up, you fall back down, you may bump your knee, you may fall, you're gonna cry, it's gonna be issues, but you're still trying to get to that end goal. The same thing happens in life. You guys, life is so simple, it doesn't change. The process of everything does not change. You have to understand that. Now as adults, we're trying to get to that level of retirement, that level of financial independence, that level of doing the things that we need to do to get to a different place in our life. But there's gonna be obstacles, there's gonna be things in your way. There are going to be things that's going to make you stumble. There's going to be things that's going to make you fall. There's going to be things that you doubt. There's going to be, the difference is, in fact, it's so much easier to be a baby than it is to be an adult coming up, because as a baby, you get all this encouragement from your parents or your siblings or the people around you. You know, even as a baby doesn't understand what's going on, they're crawling and you can, come here, come here, come here, come here, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. You're getting all of that, which encourages the child, but as you become a baby, all the haters pop up. I mean, as you become an adult, all the haters pop up. So you have to be even stronger at that point, because you're gonna come into adversity, and the adversity is gonna be your peers, your friends, your family. One of my great friends here yesterday, I mean, he told a story at dinner last night that absolutely was insane. Larry, he told this story of how he had a dream to run his own business, and at that point, his spouse wasn't supporting him. And his spouse said to him, no, why would you want to do that? Because that's not how you take care of a family. And today, he's a successful business owner that owns a business with many people he has employed, and that's paying for this trip. That's taking him around the world. He's heading to Egypt next month. And those are the difference, because he was strong enough. He was strong enough to not let a spouse talk him out of his goals and his dreams. So that's the portion. This is why you need mindset training, because if you're not mentally strong enough to go after that goal, because remember, as a kid, as a child, you're getting a massive encouragement. When you start hitting those teen years is when the encouragement stops and the doubt starts coming in, and adults start stealing. We call them dream stealers. They start stealing those dreams from you, and that's when you have to become tougher, because guess who's responsible for you? You're responsible for you. So what if he would have told his spouse, or in his mind, or told himself, forget about his spouse, what if he would have told himself, you know what, she's right, maybe I shouldn't do this, maybe I shouldn't go out on my own, maybe I shouldn't try doing this? Then he wouldn't be where he is today. So think about the scenarios where you guys are, the things that you may do in your life, that you made a decision to change something because someone stole your dreams. Someone stole what you have in your mind. Don't let people do that to you. You make a decision what you want to do, and you go after what you want to do, not what someone thinks you should do. I don't listen to, like, the Queen supports me hands down, no matter what. She always has. This is why we have an amazing marriage. She supports me, I support her. It's a beautiful thing. But ultimately, you are responsible for you. You cannot, the process of life, the process of success is you cannot let someone dictate where you're gonna head up in life, where you're gonna go, what you want. You have to have blinders on. The blinders have to be so big, so large, so strong. You have to stop anyone from taking away what you want to accomplish. But you also have to remember, as you go through that goal, as you go through that process, as you go through trying to get to that shiny object, you're going to have setbacks. You're going to have setbacks. There's no way, it's not humanly possible for you not to have setbacks. Those setbacks are part of the scenario. It's part of the process. That's why this wisdom walk is called the process. It's part of the process. So the minute you take that process, or you take that setback to be the reality, is when you go down the path of destruction. You can't go down the path of destruction, because you have to put yourself in a position, no matter what obstacle is in the way, you have to go past that obstacle. Yesterday we had a scenario, or I'm not sure what day it is that we had to do this. We had a scenario where we bought this coin, and we're waiting for it to see if it's going to hit $100, and it went up to $400, and went back down to 40 cents, and it's part of the process. I'm not going to let it dictate what I'm going to get. I'm going to sit back, wait, hold, until it puts us in a position to win. I'm not going to stress about it right now, because stressing about it and saying, oh, I'm going to sell all my coins, I quit, well then, you're right. You quit. You're done. Setbacks is the process. Setbacks is the things that, in fact, I love what Liz says. Setbacks is preparing you for a comeback. Absolutely. It's not even a comeback, Liz. It's preparing you for the process that you go into success. It's not even a comeback, because you didn't fail. A comeback means that you lost, or you didn't make it happen. You made it. Part of the process is failure. In fact, I don't even want to use the failure. It's, I guess, setbacks. It's not failure, because failure to me means that you have actually failed in that scenario, and and it's over. The only way you can fail at anything you try to do in life is when you die, because there's nothing you can do about it. You're dead. You're done. It's over. You're done. Done. And we're not dead. We're still alive. We woke up this morning. This morning, you continue the process of where you want to go in life. That's all you're doing. You're continuing that process. And don't worry about if the process is down, if it's changed, if it seems like something's not going the way you want to. Oh, I thought by now I would have had $5 million, or I thought by now I would have had $5,000. I thought by now I would have had $300,000. I thought by now I would have. It doesn't matter what you thought by now. You have to go through the process. You don't, we went through a process to get here to Cosmo. We had to get in the car way too early in the morning, because the Queen is like, she had us at the airport 3 hours before, but then we sat there and we had to wait. till they board us in the plane. Then we have to wait for the pilot to fly us here. We went to Dallas first, and then we had an hour layover. Then we waited till that pilot got us to the other plane. Then we landed here. Then we had to wait for transportation to get to the house. Then we have to wait for them to open up the gates, and we have to wait. You have to go through a process. Everything in life is a process. So don't fight the process. Embrace the process. Continue doing what you have to do to get to that end goal, and don't let anything dissuade you or take you away from your shiny object. Like all kids, shiny object is a thing that we see out there, is a thing that we're going after, is a thing that we want, is a thing that we're gonna have. And you're gonna have those things if you go through the process. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you go through the process. I hope you do what's best for you and your family. Lisa and I love you guys all. We want to see you. We want to see you succeed. And we have everything that you need here. There's nothing we don't have in our social club to help you take your life to the next level. There's nothing missing. We have all of it. This is why I don't have to continue doing the wisdom walks. You have 57 of them. You should watch number 1 again, watch number 2 again, watch number 3 again, watch number 4 again. Because as you go through the process, because think about this, and I'll give an example with a little baby. If the baby keeps seeing that obstacle in front of him or her to get to that object, they're gonna learn that I'm gonna go around that object. I'm gonna move past that object. I'm gonna make sure I'm successful this time. So some of you have to continue watching these things over and over so you can get that process in your head and understand where you're heading, okay? So let me say hi to a few of you guys before we head out. Breakfast is gonna be ready here in a minute. Good morning, Liz, how are you? Great comments, thank you so much for that. Hi, Chelsea, I'm sorry. Hey, John. Marlo, how you doing? Who else do we have on? Hey, Gino, how you doing, sir? I apologize, I lost some of you guys. A lot of you guys were, hey, Dean. A lot of you guys were, I was getting bad signal, so I apologize. I think this stopped on us about 3 or 4 times, so I'm not sure how it's gonna look on the other side when I do hit save. But I will, hopefully, once I put in a demo, it will make it better. But you guys enjoy your day, enjoy your Sunday. We're gonna go do a little bit of jet skiing after breakfast and go enjoy our friends and our family and you know, continue our process of life. Because again, Lisa and I, the Queen and I, know where we're heading, where we want to go, and we're going through that process. And I'm gonna close with this. There's nothing that we're showing in the process that we don't do ourselves. That's the beautiful part about it. So I understand your pain. I understand where you're going. I understand your pain. I understand your joy. I understand your frustration. I understand your hesitation. I understand your anxiety. I understand it all because I deal with it all. Also, this is not something that I'm standing on some mountaintop yelling down to everybody, do this. This is how I live my life on a daily basis also. So I get it. I understand it. I see it. I'm with you, okay? So let's go out there and be great and live the best life you can. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.